grocery firm MilkBasket has announced that as of July 2020, it has attained profitability, becoming one of the first e commerce companies to achieve the milestone. We have with us Anant Goel, co founder and CEO of MilkBasket. Hi, Anant. It's good to have you here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
So, Anant, one of the first things that I wanted to ask you is basically what factors have enabled MilkBasket to attain profitability?
Sure, Garima. This is something that we started talking about and started thinking about way back last year in November, December timeframe, where we saw that, as a startup, you're always deliberating between how much growth to achieve, how much money to burn, and how to become sustainable. And I think there's a fine balance in which we always focus on all the three things at the same time. And we decided that next year we should become profitable, and we set up ourselves a target to become profitable in the third quarter. And that's where we started taking multiple actions around it. And most of it because we are a very logistics heavy and operations heavy company. Obviously, a lot of technology, logistics. We started focusing on the operations as to wherever we have things which we can get better at. This is productivity per employee. This is delivery per delivery boy. This is the amount of inventory that we keep. How do we rationalize it? How do we reduce refunds? How do we reduce errors? How do we reduce our inventory days? I would say core of operations where we focused on. And obviously then a lot of other things play where how do we control our marketing spends, and get into that flywheel where our customers actually bring more customers as compared to going outside and spending money on acquisition. So I would say it's an overnight achievement, 5 years in the making. And definitely a lot of hard work from the team that has gone over the last 8 to 9 months, which has culminated into this big achievement and milestone that the entire team at MilkBasket and all our supporters are very, very proud of.
So, like you said, that MilkBasket has been focusing on following a profitable model since December. So, how were you able to overcome an unprecedented scenario like COVID-19 when there was a huge supply chain disruption and shortage of manpower, and still you continue to walk in the profitable path? How did you turn the situation around?
Yeah, COVID definitely created a lot of disruptions. For a business like ours, being essential services, it also creates a lot of tailwinds. And I think at that point of time, the question was which customers to serve, how to look at the growth, how to make sure that the customers who are ordering their daily essentials, whether they get them or not on time. A lot of impromptu decisions where it was a world that nobody had imagined before. And we went through those uncertainties where the entire hubs have to be shut down. We had a lot of perishable items that we could not deliver because of lack of manpower not reporting, even if they try to, or vehicles are not able to come because it was just an uncertain environment. How we did it, looking back, we don't know, but what I can say is that the team just came together while all of us were locked up in our houses. And I remember that week of March was a week where if we were working 12 hours a day before that, we were working 18 or 24 hours a day, just looking at how do we facilitate anything, through government functionaries, licensing on the ground, how to help people, how to keep them safe, how to arrange for masks, for sanitizers, not just for ourselves, for our customers also, because a lot of customers depend on us, where they really believe that MilkBasket should be their one-stop shop to fulfill all their household needs. And suddenly a new demand has emerged that nobody foresaw. So So challenging times. There is no recipe that I can think about. It was just sheer trust, between people and everybody having that hands-on attitude. We have around, you know, in excess of around 2,500 people today employed with the organization, and everybody going out of their way, going out of their comfort zone to make sure that we are able to serve our customers.
And then the milk business is one of the oldest businesses in the world. And a very simple business. We have been seeing for generations that the milkman comes and delivers the milk outside a house and it's part of our daily life. And there have been many who have tried to build an e-commerce model out of this. Many hyperlocal models came up, but not everyone tasted success. So I wanted to understand, what did you do differently here?
So, Garima, what did we do differently? Possibly everything, and possibly nothing. So, as you say that you can't achieve the same a different result by doing the same thing again and again. When we started Milk Basket, we were world's first in many ways. For example, we said grocery worldwide is doing with what we call attended delivery, where somebody has to receive the grocery. Why don't we do grocery in an unattended manner, what we call contactless? We started that on 1st of March 2015 as world's first contactless grocery delivery model. And with that contactless came a very different thought process. You become independent of the time at which you can deliver. So otherwise, you can only deliver between 8 o'clock in the morning and 8 o'clock in the night. And now, because you are contactless, you can deliver at any point of time. And and so we started delivering early morning. We looked at how effective supply chains or efficient supply chains work throughout the world. And we recognize that there is a supply chain which has been used or which is in operation for decades, which we call the newspaper supply chain. So imagine a newspaper, and you come from the media industry, a newspaper getting published at 12 o'clock in the night, because that's when all the news assimilate, and getting to everyone's door at 7 o'clock in the morning. Technically speaking, Milk Basket is the same. You place your orders till midnight, whether it's a biscuit or a jharu or a atta or a dal or a chawal or a Lysol or a Harpic or a shampoo, and we deliver it to you before 7 o'clock in the morning. You assimilate news, we assimilate grocery. Very similar. And we say, okay, then we look at that supply chain. So when I think the idea was very simple when we look back to say, hey, there is demand because people are buying groceries. There's nothing that you have to prove to the world that somebody's eating something or somebody's drinking something or somebody's using a sanitizer or a soap. The demand is there. People are spending money on that. The question is that can there be a supply chain that fulfills that demand and in a profitable manner? So you can create any supply chain to fulfill it. But at the end of the day, the problem is that most of those supply chains do not end up making money for the business. Why? Because people are price conscious. People want to have discounts, and consumers always want discounts. Consumer always wants price. So how do you break that vicious loop where the demand is there, but your supply does not make sense? And I think that was our basic principle, to say that can we really create a cost-efficient supply chain where the demand can be met while making a business or while making profit or while trending towards profit. So, for example, we were the only supply chain which became unit economic positive in the first 6 months. And then the drive started. How do you take that unit economics at a cluster level, then at a hub level, and then at an overall company level, or a city level, and then an overall company level? And I think that's the journey that we have traversed, and it's a difficult one, quite difficult one, so to say. But everything looks good when you are there. We have climbed that, and so we did changes across the model, delivery, operations, how we handle inventory cycles. We did a lot of changes on the front end. For example, we are the only app which does not have a checkout button, because from day one, when we launched our app, there is no checkout button. You add to the basket, and to me, you add to the basket. It's like you go to a shop and you add everything to your basket, right? And if it's in your basket, it will come at your door next morning. So yeah, when we were looking at our numbers, and we said that, okay, hey, this quarter as such, the second quarter of 2020, which is April, May, June, we are profitable as a company in this quarter. Uh, so we had 2 months of profitability. In April, we did not make, but as an overall quarter, also we are profitable. We said this is yet another first from MilkBasket, where possibly we are the only grocery commerce, not just in India, maybe in the world, which has turned profitable, because people are still trying to figure out how to achieve it.
There is also a recurring order option in MilkBasket. It is an interesting feature and it seems to have become a part of MilkBasket's customers' daily lives. So, can you tell us how it has optimized MilkBasket's operations?
So becoming a daily life of a customer entails two things. So see, when you have a grocery type of thought process, what you're saying is that how do you enable demand, or how do you capture the demand? So we created what we call a flexi ordering, which means all day you can order and all day you can delete the order. And so flexi ordering works because we believe that there are different people in the household which have different needs. So I would like to have peanuts tomorrow, and I'll add peanuts from my app, and my wife would add some kitchen items, and my son would add a chocolate, or anything that they want, and then everything is coming for a single house, right? So it's not for an individual; it's for a house. And let's create that mechanism to capture it in a very seamless manner. And if you order something by mistake, then we are always ready with our no questions asked refund and return policy. Why? Because I think that's the right way to do it. A customer is king, or customer is God. And if a customer says something, you better do it. Otherwise, you should not be in the business of serving a customer. So, and then daily life comes from that capture. Second is when you receive it. I really find that for somebody to spend time on grocery is very intrusive. This is, I call it a boring, mundane task that people have to do rather than people want to do. Like if I give you a choice to spend time with your kids, go for a movie. Nobody's going for a movie right now, but just watch a movie that you want to uh, at home, or spend time with friends, or go out for dinner. At home, outside home, it's intrusive. It's intrusive when people call you to say, ask for directions. It's intrusive when you have to let them up. It's intrusive when you have to check out everything. So we said that it has to sort of is frictionlessly fit within your lifestyle. And when you say lifestyle, to me, 7 o'clock in the morning when your day starts, that's how we look at it. And then it goes up till 7 o'clock or 10 o'clock or midnight, because everybody would have a different lifestyle. But no matter what you do in the night, even if you're clubbing, you're home, at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's an amazing time that you see. And that's where your milk always used to come in the morning. That's where your newspaper always used to come in the morning. And we thought that we should always come in the morning. So basically capture demand all day, and deliver in a very non-intrusive manner, where customers have to don't worry about talking to someone, meeting someone, greeting someone, and it just works beautifully.
How has technology helped MilkBasket? And in the future, do you see emerging technologies also impacting the business of MilkBasket?
So technology is what we call a foundation. So when we talk to the team, we say we are three businesses put together. We are a logistics business, we are a sourcing business, and we are a technology business. So these three businesses put together becomes what you look at MilkBasket from outside. And technology has played, the most pivotal role to do anything at scale, to make sure that the mistakes that we do are not repeated in the future. And so far, I can definitely say that we are possibly one of the most advanced technology platform when it comes to grocery. From the right, how we source products, how we deliver products, how we take an order. We have a total of around 8 to 10 apps. So one app is for the customer, but there are around multiple 8 to 9 apps in the background which are well integrated with each other, which manages each and every aspect, giving visibility and doing data transfer amongst each other. And that goes all the way to delivery, to customer care, to supervisors, to mid-level management, to senior management. Everything is on technology. When everything is on technology, it creates transparency and it creates tracking. So that really helps you achieve the operational effectiveness that I started with, to say, how do you achieve it? So I think without technology, you cannot do it. We cannot manage operations in different cities, hubs which are working or running 24 by 7. So that's not possible. Now, in the future, technology, I think, has to play even more role. And what we are looking at is platformization. So from standalone apps that we are working, how do we create a unified platform? And that platform then to take it further from there. We've already started working on certain machine learning applications where we look at our consumer behavior. We look at what you buy, what you don't buy, and what you buy regularly. Why should you come and add it? Why can't we just deliver it to you? And if you like it, you keep it. Otherwise, you return it. So we have that power. We have done over 35 million orders, maybe even 40 million now. I don't have the latest numbers till date, where we really understand your buying behavior. We understand when you go on holidays. We understand, when guests come to your house, because suddenly your milk demand would increase. You will consume more sugar, more flour, more rice in that particular month. So there are so much interesting trends that you can deep dive into and see where it goes. So the future of technology, I have limited idea upon. Or a limited idea on. I'm more of a jack of all trade type of founder. But so I know that our analytics team and our technology and our engineering team have started working on certain machine learning applications. We are working on AI in terms of back-end operations, where items are arranged in a particular manner in a hub. The material movement happens in a particular manner. So it's a combination of the two. A lot of machine learning on the front end from a consumer side, and a lot of artificial intelligence that we use in our operations to make our operations better and better. So, and it will just keep on evolving. I can't even imagine what we could be doing in next 6 months or 1 year. The core would be very simple. We need to disrupt ourselves, because if we don't, then somebody else would. So
Great. Anant, it was very insightful to hear about the business, and congratulations on the profitability announcement. We wish you luck. Thank you so much for talking to Easy Rice.
it's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Mary.